Yan, hello class. So, ito yung part 2 ng video natin for chain rule. Ayan. Nung nakaraan, in our previous na discussions, ang una nating inaral, remember, ay yung properties lang, tapos the simplest derivation rule, power rule. Also, yun, yung dalawa na yun, no? Yun yung una nating inaral. Properties lang, pagkatapos power rule. And then, dinagdag natin si chain rule, tsaka si quotient rule. Now, yung chain rule natin, tsaka, di pala, yung product rule pala, at tsaka quotient rule. Now, kung maalala, yung quotient rule natin, ginamit natin siya along with the power rule as well as with the properties. So, napagdugtong natin sila. So, in short, meron tayong mga problem na binigay last time na kailangan mo siyang i-product rule bago mo siya i-power rule. So, nagsama-sama yung mga derivative formulas natin. Now, ngayon, na-discuss na natin what chain rule is. Even the derivative of trigonometric, exponential function, hyperbolic functions, inverse trigonometric functions. Now, this time around, pagsasama-samahin pa natin sila lalo. No? So, in this case, we will be applying chain rule along with power rule. Kasi nung sa previous examples na ginawa natin, hindi pa kasama yung nagpa-power rule tayo, ay nag-chain rule or nagpa-product rule tayo at quotient rule at the same time may chain rule na ginagawa. No? So, these are just examples kung paano natin sila sinosolve. So, that is why I told you na dapat before proceeding with this video, nasagutan nyo na yung exercises 1 to 10 natin. So, that's very important na nasagutan nyo na siya. Kasi kung hindi nyo pa siya nasasagutan, magkaka-problem tayo. Hindi nyo mas mahirap sundan itong next na natin, itong next na lesson natin. Kasi mas komplikado na yung mga examples natin dito. So again, kailangan nasagutan muna yung lahat ng exercises kanina before you proceed with watching this video. Ayan. So tingnan natin tong example na to. We have tangent tuloy. We have t of x natin is equal to arctangent, kasi that's inverse, no? So, tangent raised to -1, that is also one way of writing arctangent. So, we have arctangent 2x times cube root of 1 minus 3x squared. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, we have a product. Yung una nating makikita is may product tayo. So, let's say, ito, that's your first function, and then this one, that is your second function. So in short, pwede nating sabihin, ito yung u natin, ito yung v natin. Diba? So this is a product. And remember that to get the derivative of this product, you need to apply power rule, which is equal to u dv plus v du. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan kunin mo yung derivative ng u natin and derivative ng v natin because we need to apply product rule. However, kung kukunin na natin yung product rule natin, makikita natin that the functions u and v are both complicated because tangent to, tama, arctangent. But, may inside function tayo. We also have this one, this is just power rule. But, may inside function tayo. So, in short, sa pagkuha ng u dv plus v du natin, we need to apply chain rule. Ayun. So, ganun yung gagawin natin ngayon. So, remember the derivative of arctangent. Ito kasi yung isa sa mga hindi common, no? Kaya binanggit na natin kasi ito mahirap talaga tandaan. Kahit ako, medyo hindi ko tanda na ang derivative ng arctangent ay 1 over 1 plus x squared. So, sinulat ko lang para may guide tayo dito. So, that is the derivative of arctangent. Now, let us now apply u dv, power rule, ay product rule along with chain rule. So, remember this is our u and this is our v. So, ang una natin gawin is, let's try to find, in this case, ito yung vdu, no? Ito yung vdu. Ayan, ito yung udv. So, unahin natin hanapin yung udv natin kasi ito yung nakalagay sa equation natin. So, udv. So, what is your udv? So, lagay muna natin yung u natin. In this case, ang u natin is tangent or arctangent 2x. So, ito siya, arctangent 2x. And times the derivative of v, which in this case is cube root of 1 minus 3x squared. So, what is the derivative of this one? So, the derivative of this one ay gagamitan natin ng chain rule. So, what is the derivative muna of the outside function? That is 1/3 times 1 minus 3x squared raised to negative 2/3. Bakit? Because remember that cube root, that is also equal to raised to negative 1/3. And 1 minus 1/3 is equal to negative 2/3. So that is why ito yung derivative ng outside function natin with your inside function as the argument. Ayan. Times your inside function, the derivative of your inside function rather, and that is 1 minus 3x squared. What is the derivative of 1? That's 0. What is the derivative of negative 3x squared? That's 2 times 3 minus 1 to. So we will have negative 6x. So this is now the derivative of your inside function. So nakuha na natin yung u dv. We must now take our v du. So what is our v du? So for our v du, what is our v muna? So ang v natin is cube root of 1 minus 3x squared. So ito siya. Cube root of 1 minus 3x squared. So remember na ang cube root is raised to 1/3. So ito siya. That's your v. Now we need to get du. So yung du natin is the derivative of arctangent 2x. Diba? So since function din or my inside function yung arctangent natin, we'll have to use chain rule. So pag nag-chain rule tayo dito, we first take the derivative of the outside function with the inside function as the argument. So we'll have 1 over 1 plus the inside function is 2x squared. So that is your derivative of the outside function times the derivative of your inside function. In this case, that's 2x. What is the derivative of 2x? That's positive 2. So this is now your derivative. This is now your derivative of u. No? And that is 1 over 1 plus 2x squared times 2. So simplifying that, so we will arrive at this one. So imumultiply na lang natin yan. Yung 2, ilalagay natin sa denominator, etc. So we will have 2 times 1 minus 3x squared raised to 1/3 over 1 plus 2x squared minus 2x times 1 minus 3x squared raised to negative 2/3 tangent or arctangent 2x. So sinimplify lang natin yan, ano? So itong 1/3 multiply natin dito. But may negative 6x tayo dito. So cancel yung 3 sa ilalim and this will become negative 2x. So ito yung na-form natin na yan. Times this one, the negative 1 minus 3x squared raised to negative 2/3 times the arctangent 2x. So that is now our final answer. Ayan. Ayan. Ala, sir, nakakalito. Yes, totoo, nakakalito. That's why you need practice talaga. Oh, but we'll have another problem. We have some more problems pa. So we have another example. We have f of z is equal to sine z e raised to z. So dito, ang una natin gagawin is, we just get the derivative of the outside function. But take note, when we are trying to get the derivative of the inside function, makikita natin that the inside function is a product. So we need to apply product rule again in this one. Diba? Yan. So let's try to solve this one. Kunin muna natin yung derivative ng outside function. The derivative of the outside function is just cosine z e raised to z. Ito yung argument natin. So ito na yon. But then, we need to get the derivative of your inside function, which is z e raised to z. And yung z e raised to z na to, that is a product. So we need to apply product rule para makuha tong derivative ng z e raised to z. So doing so, apply tayong product rule. So, ayan, ito, by this point, dapat hindi na rin natin sinusulat na uv is equal to udv minus vdu. Kasi dapat, na natin siya, memoryado na natin siya, and may process na tayo. Baga na-shortcut na natin siya. So, finding the derivative of z e raised to z, this is just very easy. So, that's vdu plus udv lang. So, maintain natin muna, kunin na muna natin yung, udv. So, what is our u? Our u is yung z. Maintain natin siya and then find the derivative of e raised to z. So, the derivative of e raised to z is also e raised to z. So, ito siya. This is our u dv. And then, next is our v du. So, what is the derivative of, ang u natin is z. Ito pala yun. No? So, ang hinahanap na natin ay yung u dv. So, ang UDV natin, ang U natin is, VDU pala, sorry. V natin is e raised to z. And then, z natin is your v. So, you need to take the derivative of that. That's just equal to 1. So, that is why we have e raised to z dito. So, ang derivative nito is just e raised to z plus z e raised to z. This is now your final answer. So, mas madali to. No? Because simple lang kasi yung yung kinuha na natin ng product rule. Ayan. So, this is now our final answer. Oh, next problem. Ito, medyo obvious. Ano yung gagawin? We have quotient rule naman yung i-apply natin dito. So, for the quotient rule, siguro ito na yung huling beses na isusulat ko to, no? Kasi dapat, yun nga, kailangan by this time, memoryado na natin to. Or hindi na natin kailangan sinusulat. This VDU minus UDV over V squared. Ayan. So, that is our quotient rule. So, ang una nating i-apply dito, class, is the quotient rule. But, to get the derivatives of your U and V, you need to apply chain rule. So, apply natin directly. So, chain rule muna ano muna tayo? Quotient rule muna kasi yun yung immediate na differentiation na kailangan natin gawin. So, we will have VDU minus UDV over V squared. What is your VDU? So, kunin muna natin yung VDU. Ang V mo ay this one nasa baba. So, that's 1 minus 2x squared raised to 3. Next, we need to get du. So, what is your du? That is the derivative nung nasa taas. And to get the derivative of your numerator, you need to use chain rule. No, because this is power formula, tapos may inside function siya. So, if you will use power rule, so with this one, with x raised to 3 plus 4 as your argument, then you will have 5 times this one, that's x cubed plus 4, raised to 5 minus 1, so that is 4. So, ito siya. And then, we multiply this to the derivative of your inside function. What is the derivative of x cubed plus 4? That is 3x squared. So, ito siya. So, this is already your du. And this is your v. So, ito na yun siya. Buo na natin yung VDU natin. Minus UDV. So, what is our U? Ang U natin is x raised to 3 plus 4 raised to 5. Ano? X? Tama. So, ito siya. This is your U. Now, what is our dv? Our dv is the derivative of your denominator. So, what is the derivative of this one? So, apply tayo ng chain rule. First, take the derivative of the outside function with the inside function as your argument. So, you will have 3 times 1 raised to 2x squared raised to 3 minus 1, that's 2. So, ito siya. Times the derivative of your inside function, which in this case is 1 minus 2x squared. So, what is the derivative of 1 minus 2x squared? So, derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of 2x squared is negative 4x. So, we will have negative 4x here. So, that is your UDV. All over v squared, so which is 1 minus 2x squared raised to 3 squared. So, squared natin siya ulit. Ito siya. So, simplifying this one, we will arrive at, so ang una nating sinimplify itong nasa baba, tapos pinag-multiply din natin yung mga pwede nang i-multiply sa taas. So, we will have x cubed plus 4 raised to 4. Ito siya. Next is we have 1 minus 2x squared raised to so, ang nangyari dito is we have wait lang, double check ko lang. Pati ako nalito. So, we have 1 minus 2x squared. So, ito siya. Times 5 times 3x squared times 1 minus 2x squared. Ayan. So, ang ginawa natin is, ba't natin pinaghiwalay? So, we have 5 times 3x squared. So, ito yun. Okay, so for this one class, di ba we have 1 plus 2x squared raised to 3. So, hiniwalay natin yung isang 1 minus 2x squared para ayun, para lang mapasimplify natin yung answer natin later. So, hiniwalay natin kaya humaba ng ganito. So, we have 1 minus 2x squared raised to 3. So, ginawa natin, hiniwalay natin yung isang 1 minus 2x squared raised to 3. So, ito yung kinalabasan. Minus x cubed plus 4 times 3 minus 4x. So, ito pa rin yun. Hindi. Oo, tama. Ano ba yung ginawa natin? Bakit nawala dito? Yan, wait lang class ha. Double check ko lang. So, dapat kinancel natin to. Okay class. So, sorry. Ang ginawa pala natin is since meron tayong 1 minus 2x squared dito, raised to 3, at saka 1 minus 2x squared raised to 2 dito, finactor out natin yung 1 minus 2x squared raised to 2. No, sorry. Apologies about that. So, ito siya. Yung common with the two terms, finactor out natin. Ano yung common dun sa two terms natin? Ibahin ko yung kulay, no, para mas easier to identify. Ang common is ito. We have x raised to 3 plus 4 raised to 4. So this is common in both terms because ito rin siya. We have x raised to 3 plus 4 x raised to 5. In this case, may matitira ka nga lang isang x cube plus 4 dito. And then also makikita natin, we can also factor out itong 1 minus 2x squared raised to 3 kasi meron din tayong 1 minus 2x squared raised to 2 naman dito. Ayan. So yun pala yung ginawa natin. So kapag ginawa na natin siya, finactor out natin yon. Ang max na pwede nating i-factor out for this one is x cubed plus 4 raised to 4. And then, itong 1 minus 2x squared raised to 2. Ito siya. Ayan. So factoring that out, ano yung matitira? So ito yung ano natin, bigger na ano, para kita natin siya ng malaki. Ayan. So ito yon. Hindi kita. Ayan. So, matitira na lang dito is kapag tinanggal mo tong x cubed plus 4 raised to 4 tsaka yung 1 minus 2x squared raised to 2 lang yung mga tatanggal natin. Ang matitira is 5 times 3x squared times 1 minus 2x squared. Yun ay matitira. Minus, ito rin, tinanggalin natin to ng x raised to 3 plus 4 raised to 4. So, may matitira kang isa. Tapos, tinanggalan natin siya ng 1 minus 2x squared raised to 2. So, matitira na lang is yung isang x raised to 3 plus 4, so ito siya, times yung 3 na to, minus 4x. Ito natanggal na. So over, so remember, ano lang to, rules of exponentiation. So if you will raise 1 minus 2x squared raised to 3, i-raise mo siya to 2, then i-multiply mo yung kanilang denominator. So we will have 1 minus 2x squared raised to 6. Now simplifying this one, pag sinimplify natin yan, so makikita natin that we will have 3x times x cubed plus 4 raised to 4 times 5x minus 6x cubed plus 16 over 1 minus 2x squared plus 4. So, ang una natin ginawa is kita natin to. Common na to sa taas tsaka sa baba, di ba? So, we can cancel this one. So, mawawala na yung 1 minus 2x squared over 2 sa taas. And then, babawasan natin tong 6 ng dalawa. No? Because same naman sila. Yun. Tapos, sinimplify natin yung terms na nasa taas. Itong, ano natin, terms natin sa taas. So, we will have itong 5 times 3x squared times 1 minus 2x squared minus x cubed plus 4 times 3 minus 4x. If we will do the algebra, we will arrive at this one. Ayan. Okay, so for the algebra, kayo na yung gumawa, ano? Hindi ko mapakita kasi again, sira yung graphics tab ko. But then again, that part is algebra and dapat familiar na tayo with that one. So, ganun lang naman yan. That's 5 times 3x squared, that's 15x squared, times 3x squared minus 2x squared, so minus 6x squared, etc. hanggang mag-arrive tayo at this answer. So, assignment nyo na yun, ano? Yung the algebra part. So, part of your exercises, dapat mapalabas nyo itong mga answers natin. Ayan. So, let's have another example. So, ganun din dito. It's a complicated problem because, kung mapapansin nyo, kukunin natin yung naka-power or naka-exponent yung quotient natin. And yung quotient natin ay, ayan, madali lang naman yung quotient, but naka-power rule tayo. So, mag-chain rule tayo dito. Okay, again, so first step, ang pwede natin gawin dito is find the immediate derivative. Ang immediate na derivative natin dito is yung chain rule agad. So, we will start with that one. So, we will find the derivative of your outside function, that is yung naka-raise to 3, with your inside function being your inside function 2t plus 3 over 6 minus t squared. So, taking the derivative of the outside function, that is 3 times your inside function, 2t plus 3 over 6 minus 2 t squared, raised to 2 because that's 3 minus 1. So, that's positive 2. And then, you will multiply this to your derivative of the inside function, which is in this case is 2t plus 3 over 6 minus t squared. So, we need to take the derivative of this one. So, what is the derivative of 2t plus 3 over 6 minus t squared? Simple lang, we'll just use quotient rule. So, doing so, quotient rule tayo. So, that's v du minus u dv over v squared. So, hindi ko na isusulat yung u dv na yan, ano? Dapat kabisan na natin by this time. So, we will have v du muna natin. Ang v natin is 6 minus t squared. So, ito siya. Times du. What is the derivative of your numerator? That's 2. So, ito na yon. That's our v du. Minus u dv. Ang u natin is 2t plus 3. Ang du natin is the derivative of ang dv natin is the derivative of 6 minus t squared. So that's negative 2t over all over v squared, which is 6 minus t squared raised to 2. Ayan na. So simplifying this one, multiply lang natin to. So that's 2 times 6, that's 12. Then negative 2t squared. And then we have negative 2t here. Multiply pa natin sa negative 2t dito. That's 4t squared. And 4t squared minus 2t squared, that's 2t squared. Plus 6t. That's negative 2t plus 3t. And naka-negative pa dito. So that's plus 6t. Plus yung 12 natin na 2 times 6 na nakuha kanina. Over 6 minus t squared raised to 2. So, ayun na ngayong class yung final answer natin. Or what you can do is i-multiply. Oh, yun na. Yun na pala yung final answer natin. Hindi mo na kailangan na, kasi expand mo pa to para mo-multiply yung 3. So, this is already your final answer. Yan. Okay, so again, similar with the case earlier, kailangan talaga natin ng practice dito. So, especially with the algebra. So, napansin ko din in the previous questions na or concerns ng mga students, ang tanong nyo sa akin talaga most of the time, it's not about the calculus part. It's about algebra talaga. So, we need to practice that one din kasi. Kung hindi natin siya na-acquire during the time, which is understandable kasi pandemic, and baka nahihirapan tayo na mag-solve ng problems or maghanap ng motivation na mag-practice na mag-solve ng problems. But nakikita nyo yung effect, di ba? Kung hindi nyo pinag-usayan sa algebra nyo before, ayan, sobrang nahirapan tayo dito sa pag-algebra, sa calculus. Because yun, sabi nga dun sa mga meme na nakita ko, 90% ng mga errors pag nagsosolve ng calculus ay hindi chain rule, kundi hindi rin integration or differentiation, kung hindi algebra. So, dapat ma-practice tayo. And the only way na ma-practice is mag-solve ng problems. So, another set of exercises. So, medyo mahaba to. Again, we have 8 problems. Complicated siya and you need to find the derivative of this one. Yan. So, that is it for this video.